I noticed you two have the same name. Are you related to one another?
Unfortunately.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, what's the relation?
She's my mom.
She's my ungrateful daughter.
Wow. This is going to be a good one. I see here that you're suing your mom for $50,000. Am I seeing that correctly?
That is correct.
For damages, property, and she sold some of your property. Am I?
She sold my car. She sold some of my clothes. She also sold some of my decor.
Okay. Well, how did she end up in possession of your property?
Well, obviously, before I was living with her, but now I'm living with my boyfriend. And
So while you were living together, the stuff that we're talking about was inside of this domicile?
My house. Yes.
Okay. All right. Please continue.
yeah, so my things were still at her house. And I was living with my boyfriend at the time. And eventually I was going to get around to moving this stuff to my new apartment. But I guess she thought it was funny and she sold all of my things.
Okay. She sold all of your stuff, you said?
Yes, my clothes, my pictures, my decor.
So everything that was in in the room that you were that was basically your room in the house.
Yes.
She sold everything?
Yes, she did.
Okay, were there other items in the home that belonged to you that were also
She also sold my car.
your car? Okay. How did she end up selling your car?
Well, I guess my father promised me to buy me another vehicle. And she claims that being that my father was going to buy me the other vehicle, that it was more convenient for her to just sell my car.
Oh, okay. And you left the residence to reside with your boyfriend. Did I
Yes,
hear
I
that
did.
correctly?
Mm-hmm.
How long have you and your boyfriend, how long have you guys been a couple?
We've been together for about 3 years.
3 years? Wow.
Yeah. I love him.
Hey, I can see the glow on your face when I mentioned him.
Yeah.
You just the room just got a little brighter, you know.
Yeah, I love him.
How long have you guys been residing together?
Well, it's pretty fresh. You know, we've only been living together for a few months.
A few months?
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. How many months?
No, it's going on about like 4.
4 months?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm out of the question here. You planning on tying a knot in the future?
I hope so.
Okay. It's a lot of work now. A lot of
Yeah.
work, girl. Don't think it's easy.
But
I'm
I love
telling
him.
you.
It's going to work.
All right. I've been married for a long time. Trust me. I know.
Mm-hmm.
Same woman. So I wish you guys the best of luck in that relationship.
Thank you.
Mom. Hello. How are you?
Your Honor, I've seen better days.
I'm sorry that you're here in court over the thing with your daughter. I apologize. I hate to see family in my courtroom when they have a disagreement. Hopefully we can get some resolution to this so both of you ladies can be happy.
Thank you, sir.
She's saying that you sold her stuff. Can you give me some clarification as to what's going on here?
Absolutely. The car that she claims is hers, I paid for. If you
Okay.
look at the title and the registration, it's under my name.
Okay, I did see that.
Good. And everything else that she claims that was hers as well, while she was living under my roof, I paid for. All of the bedroom decor, I paid for that for her. All of the clothing, many shopping sprees
Yeah,
that
but your
we went
mom
on
is a
together.
Ma'am, hold on. Please continue.
That's all things that I had paid for. So the car that which may I also add, she had multiple fender benders over the course of her time using that car.
Okay.
Several parking tickets and paying, that I had to pay for out of pocket. Those things I paid for, Your Honor. Never once did she even offer to pay. It was always, Mommy, can you please help me with this? I have this issue.
I'm just curious. I'm just curious. Was the car insured?
Yes, the car was insured. And
Who
guess
paid
who
for
else
the
paid
insurance?
That was me.
You paid for the insurance as well?
Me, yes.
Is the car paid off or is it still?
Yes, no, it's fully paid off.
Okay. During the time that she was driving this particular motor vehicle, was it paid off then as well, or were monthly payments being?
I had finished paying off the car while she was using it.
Okay, so at some point in time, while she was driving the vehicle, you were making the payments on the vehicle?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever contribute to the payments of the vehicle as far as insurance or like the monthly payments or anything like that?
I paid for some gas here and there.
So you paid for the gasoline to go into the vehicle?
Yeah.
Okay, but as
Okay, guys, we'll continue with that story later. Let's watch this. You find a teenager for mowing an elderly woman's lawn?
A teenager is being fined for mowing his elderly neighbor's lawn. She couldn't do it herself. He didn't charge $1. Now the city says he operated without a permit. Wait until you hear what the judge said.
Your Honor, she's 82. She can't push a mower anymore, so I cut her grass. I didn't charge her anything. A week later, I got a citation. They said I needed a contractor permit.
Your Honor, landscaping services require proper licensing. Operating without a permit violates municipal code. Whether payment occurred is irrelevant. The citation was issued according to ordinance.
You find a teenager for mowing an elderly woman's lawn? For helping her? This court will not treat kindness as a crime. The citation is dismissed.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
He was drinking a beer on his own front porch. A cop dragged him onto the sidewalk and arrested him for public intoxication.
I was on my property, Your Honor, behind my fence. I wasn't driving. I wasn't yelling. He walked up my steps and grabbed me. Since when is having a cold one on my own porch a crime?
The porch is visible from the street. That makes it public view. He had an open container. When I ordered him to come down, he hesitated. That is failure to comply. I had to effect an arrest.
Officer, visible does not mean public. A porch is curtilage, protected by the Fourth Amendment. You trespassed on private property to manufacture a crime. The arrest is unconstitutional. Dismissed.
When this man said, "I'm not paying until I know the child is mine," the courtroom got tense, and the judge made a decision no one expected.
Okay, Miss Canada, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
I'm seeking child support and back pay from this man.
Okay, just straightforward. That's what I like. Just get right into it. How old is the child?
The child is now 3 years old.
3 years old.
And I have not received any child support.
In 3 years?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Sir, is there a reason you haven't given her any child support in the past 3 years?
Yes, ma'am, there is.
What is that?
We've been discussing the paternity obligation.
Okay.
Under the circumstances, I don't think I was the only person having a fling with Rocky at the time that she and I had that time together. And,
excuse me? Are you implying something?
Well, what I'm trying to say is that I understand that you may have been seeing some other people in addition to me. And the reason that I haven't provided
well, those are rumors.
I understand
First of
that.
all.
I understand that.
Second
But
of
you
all.
haven't complied with my request for DNA test either. And that's my key, is that if I have an obligation, I like to make sure it is my obligation and not the obligation of some other father. So, from my perspective, Your Honor, I certainly understand the situation. I'm not trying to be hard-hearted, so to speak, about this, but I think that there's some other questions that need to be answered before we agree on paying any kind of support, because at this point, we haven't confirmed whose child this is.
Okay. Well, I definitely have some questions, too. However, has this man taken a DNA test at all?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Did he sign anything at the hospital?
No, he wasn't
acknowledging that he was the father? Okay. So he does have a valid point. Before we can actually place him on child support, he either has to accept parentage, which, according to what I'm hearing, you're really not accepting it.
He's in denial about his affair and doesn't want his wife to find out.
My wife knows.
Oh,
Yeah,
she
right.
knows now.
He's lying.
You told her?
I would have heard from her by now. I work with him, ma'am.
Oh, at the welding place?
I'm a receptionist there. That's how we met.
You're her direct manager. Oh, okay. So, yeah, he's entitled to a DNA test.
Sure.
Okay, so before we can move forward with anything in terms of child support, looking at your financial documents you provided, he first needs to get a DNA test. So what I can do is you guys go and get the DNA test, then you can come back at a later date, possibly, if he's the father. If he's not the father, you're more than welcome to bring back as many people as necessary. I'm not implying by any means that what he's saying is true.
Right, he's
but
definitely
if he's
the
not
father.
the father, you can bring back as many people as necessary to get DNA tested, and we actually find the father and place him on child support.
Well, I know who it is, so that's not necessary, but thank you.
Okay? If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
आप हैं कौन?
मैं पिटिशनर हूँ।
Who are you? बोलो I am a man. तो आदमी तो हो तुम।
मैं पिटिशनर पप्पी से हूँ।
तुम पप्पी हो चाहे डप्पी हो।
जी।
Give me some of the examples of her attitude.
Her attitude, okay, like, we'll wake up in the morning, Your Honor. I'll tell her, good morning. Huh? What's good about the morning? Huh? I'm like, Your Honor, we just woke up. What do you mean? I'm happy I'm alive. We in the store, Your Honor. She like, do you want the green beans or do you want the corn? The corn. Huh, why do you want the corn? And storm off down the aisle. And we go to the same store, get the same food every week, and get mad. And she know what I like. She know I'm
like
gonna pick
to
the
eat
corn
junk
over the
all
green
day.
beans.
That's what he want me to pick out, junk.
Okay.
He don't like eating healthy.
He doesn't like to eat healthy. Okay. When you ask him to eat healthy, how is your attitude?
Well, I say, would you like some?
We delivered our first child in 2014. I delivered via C-section.
Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah, so I was in the hospital for 3 days. During the time I was in the hospital, my vehicle was involved in a bank robbery. When I got out the hospital, Joseph came to me and he said, I packed up the house, you know, they're trying to investigate for a bank robbery. I packed up the house, we're moving. I got out the hospital 3 days later with a newborn baby and 2 young children, and all of our stuff was in a moving vehicle. So for a couple of days, me and my 3 young children slept in the back of a moving vehicle.
May I say something, Your Honor? To my defense, may I say something?
What in the world do you have to your defense on why you have a lady who just gave birth through C-section sleeping in the back of a moving vehicle?
A friend of mine used my vehicle, asked me if I could use it. She was in the hospital, she wasn't using it. I assumed he needed to go to work. That wasn't the case. When I was told that the police was looking for me, I panicked. I grabbed my family and everything, and I was trying to hold on to what I had.
Seriously? Are you for real? Let's forget about this guy, guys.